Hi, I have a very not spicy. It's actually a video with the backstage of my work on Instagram, on YouTube, on social media, doing sessions with certain people or being approached for allegedly for sessions by certain people. And when I say certain people, I actually mean men. Yeah, it's been going on for some time now, but and I guess some of you suspected it, but I still want to bring it out here. The intention is simply to, well, show you what it means to the person on the receiving side of this. And if you're one of the guys that was on the giving side of this, you might not have thought of the impact, but rest assured that it is there. So what is going on in the backstage? Well, some people let me know that I'm their reason to masturbate, one way or another. Guys that have taken sessions from the initial intention, they wanted to work on themselves. It turned out that they wanted massages or they wanted physical sessions where they could learn on me certain things. And that's not coaching, I'll be honest. So I've had interactions in various degrees. I know that at least one person I had to block simply because it's somebody that paid a session. I had a live session with this guy based on the intake form, because whenever you pay for a session, you go through an elaborate intake form. It's like 5 pages of questions so that I get a full background and a full spectrum of information related to your current situation and what you want to develop on. And that form is done with the help of other colleagues and other people that were already certified. So it comes with my certification. So it doesn't just come from me. It's part of my training. So I do take seriously my work, and some people that I worked with in the past, they went through that entire process, but they also asked, for a massage. And I said, no, for the objective that you're having right now, a massage is not the thing that is going to help you. And I've had people that crossed this boundary, like after I've said, no, this isn't, I get to choose, do I do a certain thing with a client or not? Is it related to their goal or not? So it's not that you ask for something and I mandatorily offer it. No, I don't provide massage sessions or pleasuring sessions or whatever. I provide coaching sessions, and that means that you guys and girls are here to learn. But, even with stating the boundaries really clearly and stating this is what a coach does, I mean, if you want a service, that's perfectly understandable. And I do give links to professional massage parlors where they can get a sexual massage with happy ending, with whatever. I mean, they get what they want, but it's not coaching. They want a service, and I don't provide that kind of a service. So even in spite of that, some people pushed it and said, I wish you'd just give up the ethical boundaries and deal breakers and whatever, and you just give me that freaking massage. So when I hear that, I'm like, that's not what I do. Thank you very much. And then I just let them know that the discussion is over. I've had somebody crossing the boundary even further and kind of becoming aggressive, so I blocked that person on like everywhere I could. And this was a former client. Married man with children. I was like, what the hell? So it's not easy to do this work. And I'm not sure if you realize, sometimes you make statements like, by the time you said X, I was finished. That's pretty, it's an innuendo and in an entire context where you're not the only ones. I mean, some of you write publicly, others write in private messages, others interact with me in the session, and they ask for things outside of what my work is. So there's a context in which all this dynamic is happening. You may not be aware of it, but it's there. And you're let me reassure you, whether you're watching this and you're like, maybe I did that, I want to assure you that you're not the only one. So yeah, it happens. And I can understand, like, you guys have certain needs and you think that I can provide them. The truth is I can't. It's not my work. It's not why I'm here. And it's not easy navigating that kind of a dynamic, I'll be honest. And yeah, it comes with the territory. I do understand that some people will mistake the things that I do here, or the nude photo of me that I posted recently. I didn't post that to lead people on. No way. I posted it to break down a boundary, like a boundary that I had imposed on myself, which was already caging me. And I felt, no, I wanted to break free. I wanted freedom, like George Michael did. If you know the song from the 90s, Freedom. That was my way of breaking free from a boundary and a cage that I had locked myself in. It wasn't to get you people to think, I don't know. So I'm not here to pick up guys. I'm not here to hook up with anybody. I never started this work to do that. I actually started it because I feel that it's needed. And I know that a lot of us have so many things that are unresolved. And you guys might be saying, yeah, but I'm single and you have no idea what it's like to not get any. Well, guess what? I'm also single right now. I know what it's like to not get any, but nonetheless, that's not why I do my work. So, you know, and I don't want to promote this thing where I have it all and I am perfect. And no, wait, I am consciously and intentionally single until I meet somebody that is, you know, meets my requirements. And hopefully I meet his requirements. But that's not through the work that I do here. Like, I want to point this one out. And I don't, like, if I were to ever date a guy that was doing the same thing, you know, coaching on sexuality, on dating, on whatever, and I saw him flirting around with all the women on his Instagram or YouTube channel or Facebook, or people that, you know, come to sessions, I would not take that guy seriously. I mean it. Like, if you turn potential people from your community or potential clients into lovers, and then they're clients, and then they're members in your community, that's not okay from my perspective. So, you know, because I have this standard, I also apply it on myself and tell myself, you know, the guy that I'm gonna date long term is gonna have this mutual perspective and understanding. So yeah, it's not easy to show myself here and do my work and navigate these dynamics. Before I did this video, I went to a woman, Romanian, 2 years younger than I am, but she's been doing nude photos, first of all, for about 10 years now. And she works for Vice Romania. She's into polyamory. She was a guest, and I think she still is, at a radio show that I used to go to. So that's how I met her. And I took a session with her, and I was like, look, this is what I'm going through. It's not why I do my work. I know I can't control this, but I also don't know how to navigate this, because I don't want to lead people on. I don't want to, like, I want to make it very clear why I'm here. I also want to be human. Like, I have my challenges and I don't want to fake anything. And yeah, I got a lot of insights from her. And here are briefly the insights. Number one, just like I said, at least to somebody here who was on, on Instagram, in a private message, I said, you know, I didn't post that nude photo so that people would masturbate to it. I never even thought about it. Like, it never even crossed my mind that people might actually do that. And this woman who's more advanced into nude photos, when she saw it, because she saw the photo too, I have her on my list, she was like, I thought that was so sweet and childish. And I was like, yeah, it was just to make a statement. It wasn't like your most provocative and whatever. But nonetheless, apparently, it caused that kind of a reaction, which I was like, whoa, wait a second. That's not why I do it. So I did tell the guy, you know, first of all, that wasn't my intention. Secondly, I know I cannot control this. Like, whatever you choose to do when you see my photo, that's your choice. And I don't want to take it down either, because I don't want to, be a coward here. But yeah, I know that I can't control it. And just like she said, yes, that's true. You cannot control. Whatever people choose to do, they will do. One insight that I got on my own from this discussion was, I wish people were, I'm not sure how many people masturbated to my nude photo or not. I don't even want to know. Guys, please don't tell me. Really, I don't want to know. But I do want to encourage you one thing. And I know that this was discussed also in my certification, because a lot of the stuff that I learned, I actually learned them in a room full of naked people doing various practices, partnered practices. No, not intercourse, not sex, no, other practices. Or in that room, everybody naked and everybody doing a solo practice, which was facilitated by one of our trainers. That's like the next level into everything that you might be thinking in terms of sexual experimentation and exploration and adventure. Like, I do want to root for you guys to go to, put aside money, time to go to a live certification, because you're going to be exposed to so many things that you're not going to be exposed to when you're dating. It's just not there. It's like the next level, and dating will never provide that for you. Tinder, Match, OkCupid, Bumblebee, whatever. Like, all the apps, they're not going to provide that kind of experience. You got to go to a community. In this training, in this community, we were told, many people, they are not used to seeing nudes, like nude people in the flesh, and not jump onto anything. They just can't, they don't see that much. They're not used to it, and they lose it whenever they see somebody. They can't be relaxed. They can't be natural. They can't treat the other person as if they're still a real person and not just a sex object. And I want to root for you guys to especially guys, yeah, to get up, raise yourselves to a certain state where you can handle being in the presence of women, nude women, and not automatically go to, oh, I want to have sex with her. I'm sorry for being so plastic, but you gotta be able to somehow control, through simply getting used to people around you being also naked. Like, everybody's naked under their clothes. Yes, they have a body. That doesn't mean everybody's turned on by you. That doesn't mean you're going to be turned on by everybody. And even if there is a guy that is, or a girl that is super hot, even in the nude, and you're all erect or all wet, still being able to say, wow, okay, this person is awesome. But I don't know if they like me or not. I don't know if they seek somebody like me or not, but I'm just gonna hold my entire experience and not project it on them, not handle a nude person, even a person that I'm attracted to. Again, that's the next level. And the third insight that I got from the woman that I had a session with, she said it like this. There's also a pattern. Some guys will be just upfront and they'll send you their dick pics, and they'll ask you if they're too big, too small, whatever. They'll ask you to size them up. I get that too. I block the people, no questions asked. I block them and that's it. Lately, I've been also telling them, it's not okay. You never asked me if I wanted to see your dick pic. Had you asked me, I would have told you, no, I'm not interested in that. But you didn't even ask, you just send it over. That's really unsexy. You don't care about, whether I'm gonna like it or not. There isn't much brain into it. But also, there are some people who are more polite about it. So they'll share something, and then when they kind of want to test the waters, were you turned on by this? What did you think? Even if you tell them, no, this isn't something that I was thinking of and I didn't intend to, they'll come up with a question. So can I ask you something personal? It's not the place for that. And this lady, she's younger than I am. So she told me, yeah, that's a pattern also. And she's had many polite guys who would cross boundaries and push it, push it, push it until they wouldn't get a no for an answer, but being polite, but still they wouldn't get no for an answer and they would still cross boundaries, even though they were polite. So she said, eventually I had to block them because they just didn't get it. And if you can be polite, but if you still politely refuse my no, then I'm going to politely refuse to interact with you. This is very delicate. This is about boundaries, even if it's social media. So yeah, that was the part where I was like, okay, I didn't know that polite people don't take no for an answer. I thought it was pretty obvious. So I had I have my red flags now pretty set up to prepare myself in case anybody will be politely crossing my boundaries repeatedly to handle that. So yeah, that's what I'm going through. Those are some of the stuff. It's been going on sufficiently enough for me to say, I'm going to speak about this. I've blocked a lot of people who were just blatantly sending me their dick pics. Others who would just, push my boundaries and ask for things that I don't want to do. It's not my work. It's not my intention. It's not my interest. People who won't take no for an answer. And I get it. There's a lot of lack of satisfaction. They're not getting it at home. Like the guy that was married, he was not getting it at home. And that's really sad. And I'm not sure if the ladies here, if you ever consistently turn down your guy, what you do is that you send him somewhere else because he still has the need. Guys are going to have needs up until they're 80, 90. They're going to have the need. And if you don't give it to them, you, the woman who's in a relationship with them, they're going to seek somewhere else. And I'm sure that there are more women out there who expose themselves like really blatantly, and they're probably getting a lot of, like tons of requests like that. In my case, it's really subtle, but it was sufficient enough for me to speak about this. So yeah, guys, I have a different standard here, and I hope that you can still stay here, not because you want to masturbate to my photos. I mean, if you stayed 17 minutes here and listened, I'm guessing you're here for the knowledge, not for the talk, or not for the photos. Ladies, it's really important how we manage our relationships and how we manage our standards. I'm not gonna, what's the word? Lower my standard. I'm not gonna break my boundaries. I'm definitely gonna hold on to this because I know that the guy that I want is so gonna be worth it, and I want to be worth it for him. I don't want to interact, carelessly like that. It's not cool. Let me tell you guys, you would not like it if your woman was interacting in whatever way you want me to interact with you. And she would not like it if you kept doing that. You're seeing somebody, but you're in a relationship with somebody. You're not facing your whatever lack of satisfaction or whatever there is there, but you're coming to somebody else and crossing that person's boundaries. So yeah, it's not pleasant. I don't know if I'm gonna get unfollows from this video or not. I'm curious. But this is part of the work, and yeah, it's tough to navigate and still do my high quality work and still go about my growth and expose myself to, well, cross my boundaries. Basically, that's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to make anybody miserable or crave for things that they can't have. So I'll definitely, like I had one nude photo there and that's it. It's enough. I'm not going to put more because, it doesn't help anybody. I did what I needed to do, which was break down my cage, and that was it. And otherwise, I hope that the guys that seek me understand that I have a particular procedure. So there's in my link tree, it's the second link, I think, book a phone session. That is it. You click on that link, you read everything that is written there. You go through that form, you make a payment, then I give you more documents, like one basically, or in some cases I gave two, but that's, so that I can get all your information. And when we meet for a session, if it's a physical session, like if you're in the same city that I am, then you're getting a coaching session. You're not getting, I don't know. If you want a different thing than coaching, so learning about yourself, then you can skip, the entire procedure and just go for specialized places where they just give massages, happy ending massages, blowjobs, sex, whatever they give there. I don't give that. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep it not even short. It's 20 minutes long, but I'm gonna leave it like this. I don't know who will be patient enough to go through this. My respects. And I hope that we really stay here in the long run to grow, because I want to help you guys and girls to grow. And the relationship, quote unquote, that I want to have with you is that of a coach, that of somebody that can be a resource to you, whether it's free resource as in the posts and videos that I put here, some of them on YouTube, whether it's through my online paid materials, because that's a lot of work, and I hope that you respect that, or through my coaching sessions, which is also a different type of work, but it's coaching, it's nothing else. So that's what I want to do here. So that's it. Have a beautiful Sunday evening, and I hope that you find the right inspiration here, and I hope that you find the right resourceful people for you for anything else that you need. Sex, casual encounters, explorations, massages, anything. See ya. Bye.